Hello, everybody, and welcome to Abington High School, the site of this District 1 playback game between the Abington Ghosts and the Quakertown Panthers. We're live on hand here, getting ready to get this one started. Danny Qualterio will lead us off tonight, the shortstop for the Quakertown Panthers. On the mound for Abington, L.J. Wolf, the left-hander that was lights out in the first playoff game against Truman for Abington. He had 14 strikeouts on the night, 7 innings pitched, a complete game, only allowed 3 hits and 2 earned runs. Really sealed the deal in that playoff victory for Abington. Winner of this game will move to the 5th, 6th playoff game in the district round of the playoffs. But what's really important here is Qualterio takes that low. What's really important here is that the winner of this game will head to states for the first time in their school history. Introduce ourselves tonight. I'm Rocco Pellegrino, joined by Blake Kohler once again.
Hello.
As Qualterio takes that one upstairs.
Danny, switch hitting his natural right-handed side. He's done the majority of his hitting from the left side, but he's hitting righty today against a lefty.
Takes that one low. Count moves to 3-1 now. Wolf delivers. Taken outside for a ball. Qualterio will lead us off with a walk.
That was close. That was a great 3-1 take. If he swung, he probably wouldn't have done much with it, so it's good to just let that one go by, and it was called a ball.
Quakertown faced Abington twice this season. They lost both matchups. The last of the two coming in the final game of the regular season. They lost in extras on a walk-off. That was Qualterio's 3rd walk of the postseason, his 2nd against Abington this year. As Wolf delivers to Cole Reich for strike 1.
You gotta love the noise the dugout's making already.
Always a factor. It's a factor last game for sure. See if it continues to be.
Loss didn't seem to affect them much.
Reich fouls this one off. Reich hitting 3 for 8 in the postseason. 375 against Abington in those 2 games in the regular season.
Yeah, he's been hot.
Here's Wolf. That one's low. Count moves 1-2.
That was a good changeup. It's a great take. It's right where he wanted it.
Qualterio 3 for 3 stealing bags in the playoffs. See what they do with him here on first. As
you have to imagine he's going here, right?
Ooh. Takes that one low. Count 2-2. You would think they'd try to be aggressive.
Yeah, that would have been a good pitch to run on, too, in the off-speed. And now you got to think he's getting a fastball because he laid off 2 off-speed here, so.
Here's Wolf's 2-2. Taken for strike 3. Reich not happy about it.
Yeah, there's a fastball.
Wolf's first strikeout of the night. And that'll bring up number 29, Cooper Naddison, the other left-hander in the lineup.
This is a tough matchup for Cooper. You got a lefty that throws pretty hard as a lefty. Usually he faces righties because, lefty pitchers just are very uncommon. So
Qualteria's going to second to throw by the catcher Dardaris, and not in time. Qualteria swipes second safely. It's 4th of the postseason, 4 for 4 now.
What's he at now for the year, 25 or 29?
I believe he's 29, yes. As the dugout's cheering for the Doritos Tacos. World Series advertisement.
Just like Kyle Schwarber in the World Series, getting everyone some tacos.
He is. Good looks to Danny Qualterio. Cooper takes that one for a strike. Cooper digs in now, hitting 3 for 11 in the postseason. He had 7 at-bats against Abington earlier this year, hitting .286, which is 2 for 7. He's down 0-2 currently to Wolf. Pitched on Friday against North Penn, a pretty solid outing, but unfortunately didn't come up with the win as Qualteria's going to 3rd. Dardaris won't even attempt the throw, and Qualteria's into 3rd after reaching with a leadoff walk.
I think he might have had a chance, but he just couldn't get it out of his glove.
It's a similar story.
It is Taco Tuesday.
It's a similar story to the North Penn game, as Qualterio made it to 3rd in the first inning after a leadoff bunt. Now he's on 3rd with only 1 out now, as Naddison swings and misses. That's strike 3, the 2nd strikeout of the night for Wolf.
That's a big pitch.
It'll bring up Vinny Pellegrini now, who is on the mound for the Panthers tonight.
See if he can help himself out.
3 for 12 in the postseason. 2 RBIs, looking for number 3. Vinny digs in against the left-hander Wolf, the first pitch. Taken for a strike.
The backstop here is really close to the home plate. I don't know if a wild pitch would score Danny.
You're right.
It would have to take a funky bounce.
Good gauge of that is how close we are. We kind of have to talk a little bit quieter as we're almost right next to the umpire. The 0-1. Pellegrini down 0-2 in the count. Wolf looking to strike out the side after Qualteria reached safely with a leadoff walk. The 17th pitch of the inning from the left-hander. Pellegrini chops this one right at Wolf. He turns, makes the throw to first in time. Pellegrini's retired. Qualteria's strand at third, and that'll do it. We'll be back after this half inning as they're playing music, so we don't want to get copyrighted.
Big little bit.
Matt, we're going to have to mute it again for a
Brandon
while.
Marsh.
I have to apologize in advance for all the cutting in and out of the audio. We have to mute the mics every time there's a walk-up song, as Pellegrini's first pitch is low. Matt Ward steps in now, the leadoff hitter for Abington. The only change for the Ghosts from their previous postseason lineups is that Jane Hernandez, the left fielder who was 0 for 5 with 4 Ks, has been replaced tonight, as that's in for strike 1-1 by Vince Hessenthaler, the new left fielder for Abington. Warwick, the third baseman, though, leading us off tonight, 2 for 5 against Quakertown in the 2 games earlier this season, as he rips one on the line past Danny Qualteria. That's a base hit to lead us off. Throw made by Clancy into the cutoff man, Qualteria.
Is this?
So if there's one area that Abington struggled with in the postseason, it's been the 2 through 6 hitters. Overall, those 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 hitters are 1 for 25 with 8 strikeouts and 4 walks. So some room for improvement here as Michael Judge, the second baseman.
Yeah, those numbers lead you to believe that bunting is predictable here.
I'm sorry, the 3, 4, 5, and 6 hitters, not the 2 through 6. Judge is actually the leader of the Abington Ghosts in this postseason, hitting 4 for 7. as he fouls this one off. Count moves to 0-2.
Please don't hit my car.
My car is parked a little close because we had to lug all this equipment over, so I was like, I'll take the risk. Gotta hope a lot of balls are fouled off down the third baseline instead of the first baseline. Here's Pellegrini's 0-2. Off speed taken for a close ball.
It was a good pitch.
It is a good pitch, especially 0-2.
Close call.
Vinny's got 10 appearances on the year, 8 starts, 5-3 overall record. Looking for strikeout number 1. This is flown out towards center, right at Cooper Naddison. He's under it. Makes the catch for out number 1 of the night for Vinny Pellegrini.
Routine.
He retires Judge, who's now 4 for 8 in the postseason. So we'll mute the mics with the walk-up song. So in steps Alex Darderis, the catcher. 0 for 5 with a walk in the postseason. Kind of been struggling recently, and that's the tail of the tape for the 3 through 6 hitters of Abington, as I mentioned earlier.
Yeah, it was big for Vinny to keep that runner at first.
Is indeed double play ball now in order.
Yep.
As Darderis stands in 2 for 5 against Quakertown in the regular season. A walk and 2 RBIs to go along with it. That one's low in the dirt for ball 1, 1-1. So it's definitely key for Vinny to keep runners at a scoring position as the batting average of hitters kind of rises up a little bit. 269 with runners in scoring position compared to the 150 without it. As the runner's going now to throw by Gunnar Ron. He got him at second. A nice throw by Ron and a beautiful tag from Caleb Everett, the second baseman, will retire Warwick. Out number 2 of the first inning now. It's a beautiful throw and fitting name. Gunnar.
Silly Abington running on Gunnar Ron. He's got a gun.
BCIB?
Yep.
That's got to be the most poetic name for a baseball player. Pellegrini's 2-1, take it for a ball. Count 3-1 now.
You notice that the Abington mound is not as big as North Penn's?
It's not. It's definitely not. As Pellegrini delivers one, this one's popped back foul. I lost that one.
No, I did too. If that hit me in the head, I wouldn't have known.
That went directly up.
There's a foul ball back here. I'm getting under this table. So I'm in no shape to catch a foul ball this time.
Neither am I. Here's the full count. Taken for a ball as Darderis works his second walk of the postseason. 2-out walk will bring up Logan Moss. Okay, we were told to leave it unmuted for the walk-up songs until we get copyrighted, so that's where we're going with. So Logan Moss now the first baseman and cleanup hitter for Abington, 3 for 7 against Quakertown in the 2 regular season games. Had the walk-off single in the final regular season game against Quakertown, which looked like it put a damper on the Panthers' postseason hopes, but Quakertown snuck in as a 23 seed and then eventually made it all the way here to the playbacks after losing in the quarterfinals to North Penn.
Yeah, Cooper was really good that game.
He did pitch pretty well.
That was his best game of the year, probably, yeah.
You mean in the regular season game against
Abington, yeah.
Played well, yeah. Pellegrini's first pitch to Moss outside.
It looks like Abington brought out a courtesy runner, if I'm not mistaken. I can't really see.
They did.
Yeah, they did. So definitely could be aware of him running.
Can't really see the number from here. Pellegrini down 1-0 to Moss. Swing and a miss. A riveting swing and a miss by Moss.
He was just a little bit late in that one.
A little bit. He had the walk-off single against Quakertown, though, in that final regular season game, though. So, got to be aware of him, even though he's struggling recently. As he takes that one for a strike, 1-2. Beautiful pitch there from Vinny. Vinny comes into this one with a 1.81 ERA. As Pellegrini.
Oh, let it go foul. Let it go foul. Oh.
A chopper down the third base line that barely staged foul, and Moss reaches with an infield single that just hovered down the third base line.
Not much he could have done.
I was just waiting for it to go foul and say something. It just stayed perfectly
kind of kept spinning.
Perfectly parallel down the third base
Perfect
line.
pitch by Vinny, jammed him.
He did. And it creates trouble here in the first inning. Runners on first and second. And that'll bring up Jake Kaplan, the right fielder. 4 through 6 hitters for Abington are 0 for 15 in the postseason. 2 walks and 4 strikeouts to go along with it, though.
And you mentioned Abington's a lot better with the runners in scoring position.
They have been, and Vinny has struggled a little bit with runners in scoring position compared to his usual routine. This one's fouled off, 0-1. Mentioned the importance of first pitch strikes on Friday for Cooper. Also important for Vinny as he hovers right around the same rate of 60% first pitch strikes as Madison. Here's the 0-1. Fouled back again, 0-2.
Yeah, Abington was running on that one.
See if they follow a similar approach here.
Double steal.
Trying to get the runners going in case of a base hit would likely score.
Both of them, maybe.
Possibly. Vinny looks back to second. Qualteria fakes and delivers. 1-2 now. That pitch is high.
Yeah, that 1-2 pitch is, or the 0-2 pitch is probably, the curveball is probably coming.
You'd think.
Changes in the high level, drop the curveball. Can't talk too loud.
Don't want to tell the hitter.
No.
See if Vinny listens to your advice, though.
But if he's thinking it, maybe I'm thinking it too.
Runners on first and second, the 1-2 from Vinny. Swing and a miss, he got him. Retired is Kaplan, the first strikeout of the night for Vinny Pellegrini. His 45th strikeout on the season, and we will move into the second inning scoreless. We'll be back at the end of this half inning. Back for the top of the second, still scoreless here, as both teams had runners in scoring position in the first inning and left them stranded. Nice job by Vinny Pellegrini and L.J. Wolf, the left-hander on the mound for Abington, to work through the slight scoring opportunity. And in steps Matt Marston now for the Panthers as he takes the first pitch for a strike.
Kind of like against the North Penn where both pitchers danced around some trouble in the first inning.
They did. Matt kind of struggling here in the postseason. 1 for 11. Be a good time to get it going now as he takes that one for a ball, 1-1. Matt made a pretty beautiful play at third base against North Penn. to double up the Knights runner. That's in for strike 1 and 2. Stepped on third, made a beautiful play to first just in time. Got Quakertown out of some trouble there in that inning with 1 out. As he takes that one low, 2 and 2. Wolf's a pretty heavy strikeout pitcher, 14 of his 21 outs.
Yeah, he pounds his own for sure.
14 of his 21 outs against Truman, all strikeouts. Were strikeouts. And here's the 2-2. Marston chops this one foul, staying alive. Definitely important to work the count tonight.
Yeah.
You want to get Wolf's
talking
pitch
to
count
one
up.
player. They roughed up on Falcone from Pennsbury. He was really good, but they also said he was wild. This guy apparently is not wild at all. He's a strike thrower.
2-2 just outside. Full count now. Wolf looked like he wanted that one.
Good call by the ump. Was off the plate.
Marston, the leadoff hitter, now faces the payoff pitch. Takes it low. A beautiful at-bat by Matt Marston, working the count. And he delivers with a leadoff walk. It's his second of the postseason. And that'll bring up Caleb Everett, the second baseman.
And that's how you're going to beat this guy. Working at bats, putting the ball in play. Expect Caleb to bunt here. Bet it's a
Leadoff
given.
hitter getting on? Yeah, I would assume. Palone's talking to him now.
He's saying, why don't you drop a bunt at the third base line?
Speaking of Palone, he's pretty good article written this week, and in the article quoted saying that their schedule's so tough on purpose. They schedule a lot of tough opponents, non-conference wise and in conference, to get them ready for games like this. And Caleb Everett showing bunt here, pulls back 0-1. But they schedule so many of those tough opponents to get them ready for the postseason. 13 playoff qualifiers on the Quakertown schedule in the regular season out of 20 games. As Everett 0-1. That one's in the dirt. A beautiful stop, though, from Dardaris.
Yeah, that was a good play. I have to imagine Matt would have got the second if that got by him.
Mentioned earlier, it's short distance from home plate to the backstop, but a pitch coming in that hot, tough bounce off the
Nothing's a
backstop.
given but this backstop, but
That one sneaks under the glove and low now.
is he losing it? He might be losing it.
We'll see. North Penn's pitcher on Friday, Picozzi, he had looked like some control issues later on in the game, but he was really in control to start the first few innings. As Wolf delivers a much-needed strike.
Yeah, it was kind of a gift, 3-0 gift. I think that was a little bit inside. No, but Picozzi, I mean, he danced around a lot of trouble. They definitely had a lot of opportunities against him.
He did. Wolf delivers. Swing and a miss. Everett's down on strikes. That was a 2-2 pitch that got him swinging. And that'll bring up Tanner Clancy. Clancy had the big single in the last game against North Penn, which resulted in 2 runs. Single turned into a double, virtue of an error. And resulted in the second RBI for Clancy. 3 for 7 overall in the playoffs. As he takes that one outside, 1-0.
He had a good swing on a line out, too.
He did.
So he's definitely been swinging the bat pretty well.
Yeah, Quakertown had 1 hit for majority of the first 4 to 5 innings, and that was a Danny Qualteria bunt to lead off Friday's game against North Penn. That's in for a strike, 1-1. But they got on base still with walks, hit by pitch, and they've done so here. As Qualteria let us off with a walk, that one's high.
Yeah, he yanked that one a little bit. I don't think he wanted that to be that high. It's a curveball.
2 walks issued by Wolf to start the first 2 innings. Big spot here for Tanner Clancy early on as he looks at that pitch in for a strike. 2-2 now, the count to Clancy.
Yeah, it was a tough pitch right at the knees. Even though it was a strike, it's probably a good take.
Yeah. 3 strikeouts early on for Wolf. He's looking for number 4 here, the 2-2. Swing and a miss from Clancy. Wolf gets him swinging. Number 4 on the night in the second inning for Wolf. And that'll bring up Gunnar Ron, who just made the great throw down the second
Think
to
you
get the runner.
You gotta have Matt going here.
2 outs, yeah. Figure might as well get aggressive in the case of a base hit. Ron 1 for 8, a single, a walk, and a hit by pitch in the playoffs. As this one gets away, but Marston's going to trot back to first.
Yeah, would have been a good pitch to run on. He would have been
Would have.
no throw, obviously.
Probably smart decision though to stay at first once it got away. Here's the 1-0 to Ron. Taken for a strike, 1-1. Still scoreless here in the top of the second, 2 outs. Matt Marston on first after a leadoff walk. Digging in is Gunnar Ron, the hitter. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss at a high fastball. 1-2 now to Ron.
I think all the strikeouts so far for this guy have been all fastballs, right?
He's been pounding the zone, and
Yeah.
it's been working, so no reason to go away from it yet.
Nope.
Complete game in the first playoff game against Truman led his team to victory, and he's starting us off here in the second inning with 5 of 6 outs recorded via strikeout as Quakertown strands Marston after a leadoff walk at first. We will head into the bottom of the second inning. We'll be back after the half-inning break. So Pellegrini steps in here, back onto the mound for the bottom of the second inning. Through 88 pitches, 54 of them strikes against Owen J. Roberts in that first playoff game. So he's got the ability to go the distance as this one's ripped on a line just over the head, but Walteria can't hold that one in as it drops. Made a nice play on it, but couldn't make the play. Kind of lost that one in the beam right above us.
That was in no man's land.
Yeah.
Wasn't hit too hard, but
Right
it's
spot.
not about how hard you hit it, it's where you hit it sometimes.
The pitcher, L.J. Wolf, who reached there on that single.
It's interesting. He throws lefty, but bats righty. Maybe he's switching.
Apparently so. It's his first hit of the postseason, and it'll bring up Vince Hessenthaler, the left fielder, who making his first start here in the playoffs. Takes the place of Hernandez, who was 0 for 5 with 4 Ks. As we got time called here with the home plate ump. Looks like it was requested, though, by Abington manager.
He might have just told him to bunt.
Would make sense.
Yeah.
Once again, leadoff hitter is on.
It's happened 3 straight innings.
3 straight half innings now, yep. And Hessenthaler shows bunt. Looks like it hit him, but obviously swinging with the bunt attempt. Manager's asking if it hit him, but he was square for the bunt.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm asking you.
He bunted at it.
Looked like he bunted at it, right? He didn't pull back.
No.
Manager,
If it hits him on the hand when he's bunting,
yeah,
it's a swing.
he was asked if it hit him, and he said it hit him, and now the ump is discussing it.
Dude, he didn't make any movement to pull it back.
I know, he would square totally.
Yeah.
And he's going to remain in the box, so that argument's not going to be won by Bill Deegan,
No.
the manager of Abington.
I respect trying to steal the base.
Yeah, all
I
right.
do the
I
same
mean,
thing.
yeah, I'm
but
staying up for your player, of course. And we reset. After all that, count remains 1-1. Leadoff hitter Wolf reached on a single just over the head of Qualteria. As Pellegrini delivers, this one's popped up. Moving towards the first base dugout and making the catches, Jackson Gilman. A beautiful play that looked like that one had a chance to move out of play, but it stayed in, and that's the first out of the inning. Hessen Thaler is retired by Pellegrini. And that'll bring up Chase Goodson, the shortstop. Second leading hitter for Abington in these playoffs, 3 for 5 with 3 runs overall.
Yeah, it's a good catch by Jackson. That's why you put your 6'3" guy at first base.
It's a good strategy.
Yeah.
Pellegrini on the mound normally plays first when he's not pitching, so Gilman takes over for him there. Is that first pitch to Goodson in for a strike. Braden Schuler DHing for Jackson Gilman, who will be due up to start the top of the third for the Panthers. 0-1 to Goodson.
Again, it's big that Vinny didn't let them get the runner over at second.
Off-speed pitch hit to Marson. He thrips on the second. Back to first from Everett. In time, a double play. Beautiful 6-4-3 by the Quakertown Panthers. And they escape out of the bottom of the second despite walking or allowing the leadoff hitter to reach via single. And they strand Wolf at first.
That's why you bunt him over.
That's why you bunt him over. Quakertown didn't make that decision in the top of the second. Abington follows suit in the bottom of the second, and just like that, we are still scoreless heading into the top of the third. Braden Schuler will lead us off. We'll be back after the half-inning break. Braden Schuler leads us off here at the DH for Jackson Gilman, the 9-0 hitter who is hitting .500 in the postseason. Stepped into a bigger role after missing the first half of the year. And he's been huge for the Quakertown Panthers' success. As he digs in now against the left-hander Wolf. First pitch, taken for a strike. Wolf is up to 39 pitches through 3 innings. Threw 71 pitches against Quakertown earlier in the year. As that's in for a strike, Braden was not pleased with that. Count 0-2.
It's a tough pitch, but I think it's a tough call as well.
Wolf stepping up the tempo here as a 3-pitch strikeout to start off the third. Wolf had 102 overall pitches, 72 of them strikes against Truman in the first playoff game for Abington. And then 71 against Quakertown on April 17th. But obviously a regular season game, you're not pushing your pitcher further than needed. Only went 3 1/3 in that game against the Panthers. As Qualteria digs in here for his second at-bat. That's outside, 1-0. Danny talked this week saying that they're more than capable to be a part of history, and he wants to be a part of history. As that's in for a ball, 2-0. Wants to be a part of history, a Quakertown team trying to make states for the first time in their school history. Last district playoff win before this year was 2007. That's in for a strike, 2-1.
It'll be interesting to see how Quakertown does second time through against this guy. Usually
Second
they'll
time.
do. You think they do better?
That's in for a strike, 2-2.
They're geared up for the fastball more.
Second time through the order here, Qualteria, the leadoff hitter. Second time facing Wolf overall this season, so hopefully starting to get a little bit familiar with him. As that's outside, full count. Six strikeouts on the night for Wolf. He's looking for 7 here. The full count pitch to Qualteria is hit up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. Danny gets us started here in the third after a 3-pitch strikeout to Schuler with a base hit. And that'll bring up Cole Reich. Once again, Quakertown continuing to get runners on. Continuing even to get them in the scoring position. Just need that one hit to break through.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd have Cole bunt here because there's only one out. I think I just have Danny just go.
Yeah, I mean, Danny stole base earlier in the first. Stole base last game against North Penn. He's only been thrown out 4 times on the year with 29 steals. And he's going. He got a great jump. Qualteria slides into second safely. A beautiful steal from Danny Qualteria. He goes on the first pitch, and he's in the scoring position.
Yeah, you can't blame catcher. He had no chance.
No chance. A beautiful jump.
That would be more than a pitcher, if anything. He took his time getting the ball to the catcher.
That was in first strike, though, so it's 0-1 to Kolarek with 1 out. That's in the dirt. Good stop from Dardaris. Qualteria moves back to second, 1-1.
Yeah, I think they might have him go again.
He stole third in the first, right? Or was that? Did he advance? I forget. Here's the 1-1 coming from Wolf. Qualteria on second with 1 out. As Wolf steps off and looks Qualteria back. Yeah, Danny did steal third in the first, so he stole 2 bags in the first inning. Here's the pitch. Reich lines one. That's over the head of the shortstop. It's a base hit. It takes a weird hop by the center fielder. Here comes Danny Qualteria to score. It's 1-0 as Cole Reich, though, thrown out at second. But nonetheless, an RBI single from Reich will get us on the board. It's 1-0 Panthers.
Yep. And you can't blame Cole for taking the extra base there.
Yeah. With that weird hop that it took out in center to get by.
I like the aggression.
Can't blame it.
That's just a great swing by him. Stayed through it. Hit it right back up the middle.
Beautiful.
And they had no chance against Danny. I don't know why the center fielder was so.
Yeah, I mean,
trying to get that
probably
in.
just try to stop that.
Yeah.
It honestly would have benefited us because Reich would have stayed at first, but nonetheless, 1-0. That's all that really matters. Cooper pulls his bunt attempt back.
He used the wrong equation to get the right answer.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah.
So a big spot and a big hit from Cole Reich gets Quakertown on the board as Cooper takes that one for a strike.
Yeah, that was that fastball was probably impossible to hit.
Yeah.
At his inside knee.
Wolf delivers. That's low and away.
I think they're reading the off speed well. It's just a matter of how they catch it with a fastball.
Counts 1-2. That's high. We invite you guys to follow along on the Game Changer. If you have the Game Changer app, you can search up the Quakertown Panthers varsity baseball team and follow along the score and balls and strike count. Might not be in sync with us, though. Here's the pitch. This is ripped on a line. This has some power. It's deep into the gap. It gets by the center fielder, Hernandez. Cooper digs into second. He's headed for third. It's going to be a stand-up triple for Cooper Madison with 1 out in the third inning. Dugout's fired up, and here comes the cleanup hitter, Vinny Pellegrini.
I think there's 2 outs, right?
This our Game Changer is
there's only one
because
because Brady struck out. Okay, yeah.
Well, no, it is 2 outs.
Yeah, there's 2 outs because Cole got thrown out.
Yeah, okay. Game Changer's wrong. So a 2-out triple for Madison. It's his second triple of the postseason.
Then he was in the same situation last inning.
He was.
Or his last time up. Not last inning.
Another big spot for Pellegrini, trying to help him get in line with the win as he swings and misses at strike 1.
Yeah, that at bat by Cooper was really impressive. He was down, 0-2?
It was, and that
That's a
got
lefty?
way by. They were
Yeah.
it looked like the center fielder was playing that one more towards the left center field area. That's taken for a strike. 0-2 now. Pellegrini down.
After the center fielder kind of bobbled it, I thought Cooper could maybe get all the way
We're
around.
looking at Little League home run territory.
Yeah.
Here's the 0-2. Chop foul. Vinny staying alive.
They're lucky that wasn't Danny hit that. Danny would have been. I think Danny would have gotten inside the park home run off that.
Important to keep restating this. Both of these teams have not made it to the state playoffs in their school's history. The loser is eliminated and their season is over. The winner will move to the 5th, 6th place game and punch their ticket to states as Pellegrini rips this one, and it's a beautiful play by the first baseman Moss to steal a run and a hit from Vinny. A diving stop on a line drive that was roped
Yeah, that was
right at him.
unfortunate. But that was a good swing, and we've been getting good swings the whole inning. We had,
Law of averages.
Yeah.
It'll eventually
Yeah,
result in
right.
more runs as we keep going. So Wolf gets out of that one with only 1 run allowed as we will move into the bottom of the 3rd. Pellegrini will take the mound after getting robbed of an RBI single as we'll be back after this half-inning break. So in steps Mason Kishball, the player who did not face Quakertown in the regular season. 2 for 6 overall, though, in the playoffs as he swings and misses at strike 1.
yeah, last inning was huge for Vinny. He threw 21 in the first and just 6 in the second, aided by that double play.
Results in him at 28 pitches here now in the 3rd inning, which is encouraging if you're Quakertown. This is popped up down the 3rd baseline. It looks like it's in play for Matt Marston as he moves towards the fence and makes the catch. It barely stays in. Similar pop-up to the 2nd inning. Pop-up down the 1st baseline,
Yeah.
but crucial there. That's how Vinny kind of got the pitch count low in that 2nd inning.
Vinny has yet to throw this half inning, but the pitch count discrepancy is pretty big.
Yeah.
And Quakertown keeps making LJ Wolf work. And they're going to have him out by the 4th or 5th, which is a good sign because he's given up a run, but he's been shoving.
Sure. So the leadoff hitter, Warwick, takes the first pitch for a strike. Warwick singled on the first at-bat of the game for Abington. That one's taken low for a ball, 1-1. Warwick 2 for 7 in the playoffs. Had the double to start the 8th inning against Quakertown in the regular season. That got the rally going. Eventually won them the game as he takes that one for a ball, 2-1. Pellegrini's 2-1. That's low, 3-1. See how far they push Vinny throughout this game. So he sits at 32 pitches. He has the ability to go into the 80s, the 90s.
He threw 20 Friday.
He did against North Penn in relief. As that's upstairs for a ball. Warwick will walk, and that'll bring up Michael Judge. who's been the man of the hour for Abington in the playoffs. Went 3 for 3 against PW on Friday. Oh for 1 here to start the night against Vinny.
Imagine the runner's going to be off.
This is ripped on a line to right field. It's in for a base hit. Warwick hits second, and he will stay there. Pretty solid throw and play by Cole Reich to hold the runner there, but nonetheless, a single from Judge will bring up Dardaris with runners on first and second and 1 out. Similar situation, though, first and second earlier on to start the game.
It's a good job by Cole to keep the ball in and deliver a nice strong throw. Keep the runner on second.
Just big with 1 out. Had that runner gotten the third, obviously sack fly territory for Abington, but now with him at second, different story. Traffic on the base paths here in the third inning. Pellegrini stands in with 1 out facing Dardaris, the catcher. That's in for a strike, off speed, taken on the first
singled
pitch.
his last time up, right?
Well, Dardaris, I believe he walked, he did.
Oh, he walked, yeah, he walked.
Pellegrini delivers. Taken for a strike, Vinny now up 0-2 in the count. A critical at-bat here with a runner in scoring position. It's Warwick who has the wheels as the leadoff hitter, followed by Judge, the second baseman, standing at first. Here's the 0-2. Ripped on a line, but right off the glove of Caleb Everett. This one spurts into center field. A run will score. Everett's throw gets by Marston, and here comes Judge. Marston, throw to the plate. Ron applies the tag, and he will hold it there. So 1 run will score, out recorded at home. And Dardaris moves to third off the error from Everett.
That was interesting.
That's one way to put it.
Yeah. Why? I don't know why he ran.
I don't know why. But I'm not too mad at it.
No, but like
Would have been on third with
the lack of foul ground, I think, is why they got him.
Could be that, yeah.
That's at the Connie Mack field. He's probably scoring. But the wall there, he said he'll play it off and throw him out. Like he didn't even have to. He just kind of lost it in.
A slow toss.
He was out by 20 feet.
Nonetheless, 1-1 is now the score after that chaotic play. As Moss spikes his bat on a pop-up into left field. Clancy moving under it and makes the grab. And Quakertown gets out of the third inning, allowing 1 run after quite the interesting play.
Yeah.
An error made by Everett results in 1 run and a nice throw from Marston and a play at the plate. Tag is applied by Gunnar Ron. So we're even here heading into the 4th inning as Wolf steps out to the mound. We will be back after the half-inning break. Matt Marston, the third baseman, will lead us off here in the 4th inning. Score is tied 1-1. Abington has been in this situation before, close games. They lost 3-1 against PW on Friday. And their last 2 wins were walk-off wins, one of them coming against Quakertown.
Their offense was against PW was pretty bad until the 7th inning. They didn't. They scored 1 run in the 7th inning.
Yeah, Lincoln Sharp pretty much shut them down.
Yeah.
For PW, as that one's high and inside. Matt takes that one, 1-1.
I think for these hitters, it's more about just. I think they're really seeing the off speed right now. Well, they're laying off it. They're putting good pieces on what they have to. It's just a matter of catching up to the fastball, swinging at it when it's a strike.
Count
It's
1
easier
and
said
2.
than done. I mean,
Obviously,
fastball moves well and comes in pretty fast.
Marson
Like
swings and misses there at that one. And just like that, LJ Wolf is up to 7 strikeouts on the night.
He's now at 63 pitches.
Pitch count's starting to get up there.
Yeah.
I got to
He's
think
definitely
he's
labored.
going into the 100s. He threw 102, as I mentioned earlier, against Truman. Everett takes the first pitch, first strike. Wolf started that game against Truman with a hit-by pitch and then a triple as Everett grounds one up the middle. Base hit for Caleb Everett. A 1-out single will put Everett on first, and then I'll bring up Tanner Clancy. As I was saying, though, LJ Wolf started that game against Truman. He hit the first batter and then allowed a triple and a sac fly, and then after that retired 16 straight. Ended that game only allowing 2 runs. And he's facing trouble here again. First pitch taker for a ball. Scores 1-1 in the top of the 4th. 1 out recorded. Everett, the runner at first. Tanner Clancy, the left fielder, digging into the right-handed batter's box. Wolf throws back to first. Everett slides back safely. Camera's a little bit cut off on the first base side, so I'll be sure to keep you updated. Doing the best we can here. Wolf delivers that one in for a strike. 1-1. Both of these teams really started slowly in their regular season as Wolf steps off again. Quakertown started 1-7, Abington 2-5, and the Ghosts won 12 of their last 13 league games to close the regular season, as this is fouled back 1-2 the count.
He timed that one up well. He missed it, but he timed it up well, which is a good sign.
You can hear Danny imploring the dugout to make some energy, and they follow suit. Here's the 1-2. Nice take from Clancy on the off speed, 2-2.
I don't know what it is about this curveball, but they're picking it up. I don't know if it's the spin or the way it breaks, but they've been good against it.
And it was a pretty good pitch, too. It broke right at the perfect time. Clancy wasn't fooled by it, though, 2-2. This one's popped up. Looks like it's moving out of play, and it does.
Caleb got a good jump on that, though.
Clancy staying alive, 2-2 the count with 1 out. Everett still on first. Tanner looking for hit number 4 of the playoffs. He's 3 for 8 overall. This one's fouled back.
He's battling.
He is. That reaction didn't sound good. That might have hit a car.
Yeah.
On the 6th pitch of the at-bat, Clancy swings and misses. Strike 3, he's down and retired. That'll bring up Gunnar Ron. Second out of the inning for LJ Wolf. Wolf recorded 10 outs against Quakertown in their regular season. 6 of those were strikeouts. 1 earned run, 4 hits. Everett gets back to first on the throw over from Wolf. Gunnar on the catcher, standing in. Braden Schuler on deck. Pitch is taken down low for a ball, 1-0.
That was close. That was a good pitch.
Quakertown hitting just over 270 overall in the playoffs. 735 OPS. Team-wide. Time taken.
I'd like to see Caleb get going on this pitch. Move into scoring position. hit would score him, especially with 2 outs.
Takes his lead, but he's not going. Pitch is taken for a strike. 1-1 the count. Wind's starting to pick up a little bit here. Looks like it's blowing in, so see if that has any impact. 1-1. Bounce back towards the second baseman, Judge, who tries to make the tag and flips to first. He makes the play. And Quakertown strands the leadoff hitter again as Everett unable to score despite reaching first. We'll head into the bottom of the 4th inning. Vinny Pellegrini takes them out again with only 39 pitches here in the bottom of the 4th. We'll be back after this half-inning break.
70.
Kaplan will lead us off here, the right fielder for Abington, and the 5-hole hitter. It's a good walk-up song.
Hey. And
Struck out
dugout's clapping to it.
Yeah. I can't clap along. We're on the Quakertown side. I would love to, though. So Kaplan digs in here. 1 strikeout on the night. And his first at-bat. Vinny up to 40 pitches now, which is a favorable number if you're the Panthers. Pellegrini delivers to Kaplan. That one's in for a strike.
He's been really efficient today.
He has. 1-1 the count. 1-1 the score.
He's definitely been inducing a lot of contact, but it's not much hard contact. It's been about 1 or 2 maybe hard hit singles. Other than that, I mean,
Pretty good job overall
Yeah.
for Vinny as he gets the second strike swinging on Kaplan, 1-2.
and good news for Quakertown that Abington does have a guy warming up in the bullpen right now. Is
Great
Wolf's at
sign.
75 pitches.
Wolf
Yeah,
is-
good sign.
Yeah, it's a great sign.
Oh,
Off
come
speed.
on.
Oh. A interesting take with 2 strikes. Vinny smiled on the mound. He thought he was going to get that call, but
Interesting take and an interesting call. I mean, you can't say much behind the plate.
that looked
but-
like a perfect pitch.
Yeah.
2-2 the count now for Pellegrini. This one's popped up out of play. Ball rolls away in the infield. Vinny's going to have to await this 2-2 before retrieving it.
Pitch clock.
Yeah. MLB would be alerting the siren here. Kaplan digs in, 2-2 the count. Tied here in the 4th inning, 1-1. Swing and foul tip. Looks like Ron almost hauled that one in, but might have went off his helmet. Looks like he's all right. He's gonna discuss it briefly with Pellegrini. Looks like Gunner's all right. Good sportsmanship all around there. Kaplan made sure Gunner was all right. Alt made sure he was all right. And we'll do the 2-2 again. Just upstairs, 3-2 now. As soon as we started talking about efficiency, count moves full. Can't even blame him here on this at bat though. That second should have been third strike. Second ball was a pretty beautiful pitch from Vinny. Now here's the payoff. Line right to Marston, who bobbles this one. A hard hit ground ball. Will be an infield single, possibly ruled an error, depending on who you ask.
Yeah, it's probably an error.
Yeah. Kaplan's aboard, nonetheless. And that'll bring up LJ Wolf, the pitcher. He has shut the Panthers down for the most part, besides a brief half inning where Madison reached for the triple and a run scored on an RBI single from Cole Reich. But he digs in now 1-for-1 on the night. With a runner on first, showing bunt, he bunts it foul. 0-1.
Yeah, I don't know if it's bold to bunt your pitcher here. If he gets hit in the fingers, he's out of the game.
That does hurt.
Yeah.
As we said earlier, there's somebody warming up in the third base bullpen.
He's already at 75 pitches, so you figure why not, right?
Yeah. Wolf's threw four hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, 2 walks, and 8 Ks. That's his line so far as he flies one in the air to the left. Clancy moves back on it. He gets under it. And Tanner makes the catch for out number 1 in the bottom of the 4th.
Fighting the sun. He won the battle.
He did. Sun versus outfielders today.
Yep.
It's pretty
Beautiful day, but
It's not beautiful for an outfielder.
especially with the wind.
Yeah.
There's a light breeze.
So Hessen Thaler will step in, the left fielder for Abington, as Vinny about to throw his 50th pitch on the night. Looks like we're getting a change here for Abington. Notice they had 2 number 18s on the game changer roster. So, not sure what that's all about, but might be a little confusing.
He just said you got 2 18s. The umpire did.
Yeah,
Big number 18 guys.
big number 18 guys over here. I noticed this last night and I was a little confused, so it's nice to see that this is being brought to others' attention. It's a little confusing. For now, we're going to assume that this is Hessen Thaler, but he was one of the 2 18s on the roster. First pitch delivered for a strike. Vinny ahead in the count, 0-1. Swing and a miss at a high fastball, 0-2. That pop of the catcher's mitt got to feel good for Vinny.
Yeah.
Throws a fastball by a hitter. Looking to do it again here. 0-2, 1 out, runner on
He's going
first.
up again. Oh no, he's not. I'm tripping. It looked like Gunner kind of leaned up with his glove. Me try to fake out the
Trying to
hitter.
deke out the hitter.
Yeah. Personally, if I'm hitting, I'm looking at the glove, trying
Yeah.
to get a 1-up
Well,
on
he
the
deked
pitcher.
you, so.
Yeah.
1-2 count. Swing and
There it
a
was.
miss. Beautiful pitch from Vinny as he gets Hessen Thaler the second out of the inning.
See, he did the same thing, but he actually went up with him.
He did. I did notice it on that one after you mentioned it. Big into the walk-up songs here. You have to be copyrighted. That's great.
Hope not.
Yeah, as of now. Chase Goodson, the batter, and the shortstop, number 5. Or 15, I'm sorry, for Abington. He flies this one. It's a pop-up. Qualteria calling for it, the shortstop. He's under it. He makes the grab, and Vinny is through the 4th inning pretty much without a threat. As we will head into the top of the 5th. As Blake almost fell over. We're kind of laying on a hill here.
Yeah, one on an incline.
They're on an incline. We'll head to the top of the 5th. Tied at 1. Braden Schuler, the 9-hole hitter, due up for the Panthers. We'll be back after this half-inning break. Braden Schuler, the DH, will lead us off here in the critical top of the 5th inning. We play 7 here in high school. So in essence, this is basically the 7th inning of an MLB game.
Yep.
Schuler struck out on 3 pitches in his first at-bat, hoping for something more competitive here as Wolf delivers first pitch strike. Brandon's kind of changed the approach here in the postseason. He's been taking more pitches, but Wolf is a heavy zone pounder as that one's fouled back right towards us for strike 2, 0-2. Danny due up for the Panthers. Following him is Cole Reich, the duo who contributed to the early lead for the Panthers. That one's down low in the dirt, 1-2.
Yeah, that one bounced.
It did.
Panthers dugout. Trying to encourage him with his nickname Woke Brace. He sometimes goes by.
Yeah, what do we got called by Woke Brace? That's what gets him a hit. That one's looked a little low, but nonetheless, the home plate ump rings him up on strike 3.
He's not happy with the call.
I wasn't happy
I can't blame him either. I was, usually it's knee. Knees. It's a little bit below his knees.
It's all right. We got to watch what we say.
Yeah.
Complained about refs enough in my lifetime. So in steps Qualteria. It's no secret how hot he's been in this postseason. 1 for 1 on the night. After working a leadoff walk, this is his 3rd time at the plate.
Been on base both times, but 2 still bases.
Indeed.
So OBP rose to about,
so he tries to bunt, but it goes back towards the backstop. He's down in an 0-2 hole.
For his on-base percent probably rose to what, maybe 550?
He's in that area. He was at a little bit over 500.
It's like what, 515?
To coming into the North Penn game, so he's probably at that mark now. Danny down 0-2 to Wolf. Fouls it back, staying alive. This is not the guy you want to be in an 0-2 hole against.
No, and it's the first time he's been 0-2 against him, I think.
Danny has, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's resulting in so many strikeouts, these early counts being in favor of Wolf. Danny takes that one outside.
Danny's not an easy guy to strike out.
He's not. Wolf's up to 9 on the night. But his pitch count's getting up there. He's at 82. Danny fouls this one off, staying alive again.
83 now. And Danny's going to give him a battle. He's going to throw more.
Coming into this game, we thought it was going to be low scoring. 2 really good pitchers on the mound. Some struggling offenses in certain areas of the lineup. That's Qualteria down 1-2. Takes that one for a ball. A close take, but count is 2-2. Thought it was going to be low scoring. The last game against these 2 teams, 2-1. Walk off in the 8th inning. As Qualteria down on strikes. 2 strikeouts to open the 5th for LJ Wolf, and in steps Cole Reich.
But the thing about getting all these strikeouts is when you strike someone out, each at bat takes a minimum of 3 pitches, and that's kind of adding up right now.
It is. As Wolf's at 86, and if you're Quakertown, you're just hoping that we get him out of this game eventually. Wright takes the first pitch for a strike. Cole had the RBI single earlier on. Fouls this one back. That knocked our camera around.
Did it actually?
First base is a little out of line now. It's all right. We'll fix it. Might be a little crooked too, so unfortunately the viewers at home are going to have to deal with this for the next half inning. As Reich is rung up on strikes, 3 strikeouts in the 5th inning. Dominance from Wolf. As Schuler, Qualteria, and Reich are all downs on strikes. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. Abington and Quakertown tied at 1. Get set for the bottom of the fifth. We're just going to have to apologize for the crookedness and inaccuracy of the camera. We're doing the best we can. The foul balls are kind of knocking it around. Vinny steps back on the mound for the bottom of the fifth inning with 54 pitches. The second of the 2-18s for Abington. Kishpaw will try a bunt, but he pops it foul.
Yeah, not the best bunt. You don't want to pop it up in the air, foul. Wonder if he'll be bunting again.
See what the approach is, down 0-1 now. He does not show bunt, and he takes that one low for a ball. Umpire, home plate ump checked to first base, but he was not going. 1-1 the count. Score tied at 1. Taken inside for a ball. 2-1.
Gunner tried his best to bring that one back. Good frame job, but I guess the umpire did not give in.
I'd agree with it. 2-1 from Vinny. That's way upstairs for a ball. 3-1. Just got to stay composed here if you're Vinny. But then again, a lot of leadoff hitters have gotten on here in this game, and it hasn't resulted in too much damage.
Yeah, they haven't been getting. They got him to second maybe once or twice. So obviously you don't want to do it, but it's not the end of the world at this point.
This is rip foul. A hard hit ball down the right field line, but it goes foul. Full count now to Kishpaw. He was 2 for 6 in the playoffs. Vinny's ready. Here comes the payoff. This one's popped up. Moving back on it is Jackson Gilman. He gets a tough play at it, and he jumps, and it drops in for a hit if it remained fair, and the first base ump is going to say that it did. So the leadoff hitter is aboard with a pop-up that looked like Gilman just couldn't read in the sun. It's a tough play overall for the 6'3" first baseman.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Yeah, we got a tough angle. Looked like it barely dropped fair, and Jackson started trotting back on it, then moved in on it.
Yeah, the sun's been tough. Literally right in the sun.
Yeah. So Kishpaw will reach on what will likely be ruled an error.
Did he touch it?
I think he did. It was tough to see. We obviously got the dugout in the way, and
Yeah.
the camera doesn't show up. I think he went back on it and then touched it, I think, and then dropped. So showing bunt now is Warwick. Vinny flips to first. So a perfectly executed bunt by Warwick after the leadoff hitter
So they did
reached.
actually drop a bunt down this time.
They did. And a successful one, too.
Yeah.
So Kishpaw moves to second after the bunt from Matt Warwick, the third baseman and leadoff hitter, and it will bring up the hottest hitter on the Abington Ghosts right now, Michael Judge, the second baseman.
Yeah, this is dangerous. It's not where you want to be.
One out, running on second is Kishpaw. Score tied 1-1. Could be trouble if you're Vinny. Got to try to work through it, though, as the first pitch delivered for a strike. Mike Judge 5 for 9 in the playoffs. And he's been hot. He's in here. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Beautiful pitch from Pellegrini. 0-2. Big battle here with one out, advancing this runner. Not recording an out. If you're Abington, would be huge. Vinny trying to prevent them from doing so. A chopper towards Danny. He plays it, throws on the first. A beautiful play. Gilman goes to third, and they get the he slides in safely. It looked like the throw beat him, but
yeah,
Kishpaw slid in and avoided the tag.
It was a good slide. It was a tough tag for Max. He had to catch it and backhand him.
Right.
And you don't want to lose the ball in this situation. You got to be careful.
Yeah, you got to make sure you make the grab, because it could result in a run if it gets by you.
I'm not like. It was a good result, but I wouldn't say it's good base running. He probably should have been out.
Yeah, I mean, that was a risky
Yeah.
risky go at third there.
But we'll take it because I mean,
Especially with 2
yeah,
outs.
with
I
2
mean, that
outs, you
wasn't
would have
even-
scored anyway on
right.
a hit. I don't understand
You're
that.
probably scoring anyway on a base hit from second. I don't know.
I guess a wild pitch you score on,
Yeah.
or an infield hit, but that's about it.
And of course, knowing our luck, it'll happen here. This is line foul. 0-1.
Yeah, he missed one right there. That was hanging.
So the runner on third is Kishball. The score is tied at 1 here in the bottom of the 5th. 2 outs as Dardaris, the catcher. He's ready. Vinny's ready. Here comes the 0-1. Just outside. 1-1. The short distance from the backstop to home plate comes into consideration here for on third and Kishball.
Yeah, but
pass him, it's a
the
tough
third baseman
decision.
can't go as much. I mean, Matt's not really holding him on.
This is lined up the middle for a base hit. Abington takes the lead as Dardaris comes up huge with an RBI single. Kishball scores easily. 2-1 Ghosts. So Quakertown struck first. Abington now with 2 straight unanswered runs. And we have the same score of the final regular season game between these 2 teams. Courtesy runner on for the catcher, Dardaris.
Well, 1 run isn't really the end of the world, especially with Wolf probably coming out soon. I mean, you
would
can't
think.
imagine he's going to throw anything over 100 pitches.
So that critical play on the ground out to Danny and the throw from Gilman. And a sliding play at third. Beautiful slide from Kishball results in a run for Abington, as well as the dropped fly ball over by the first base side. It'll bring up the left-hander Moss to face the right-handed Vinny Pellegrini with 2 outs and a runner on first in the bottom of the 5th. Abington holding a 2-1 lead. He fouls this one back. Three, 4, and 5 due up for the Panthers in this next half inning. It'll be Cooper, Vinny, and Matt. The 0-1. Inside, nice play by Ron to prevent that from hitting the backstop. 1-1. Feels like up the middle's kind of been the target for these 2 teams.
Yeah.
A lot of the hits coming in that area. A line drive over the head of Marston. Clancy trying to get to it in left, and it gets by him. It hits the wall. Stopping at third, and now coming home is the runner Grasso. The courtesy runner scores. It's 3-1 Abington on an RBI double from Logan Moss. Just like that, Abington now with a 2-run lead here in the bottom of the 5th. And all of this trouble just starting with an infield pop-up down the first base side. It's just unfortunate if you're the Panthers. So Jake Kaplan, the right fielder, up to the plate now. 2-run lead for the Ghosts. Runner is Moss at second after a crucial RBI double. Provides another insurance run for LJ Wolf. He's up to 70 pitches now. The 71st is high for a ball. You got to think about getting someone warmed up if you're the Panthers, you would think.
Yeah, I'm not sure as to where they would warm up. I don't know where their designated bullpen area is.
Might be behind the dugout, which we can't really see. This one's flown out to center. Naddison is under it, and that will be the 3rd out of a damaging 5th inning towards the Panthers' state playoff hopes as Abington takes a 3-1 lead. We will head into the top of the 6th inning. Due up is Naddison, Pellegrini, and Marston for the Panthers. We'll be back after this half inning. In steps Cooper Madison in a critical top of the 6th inning. Quakertown trailing by 2 runs. Wolf still on the mound for Abington. 89 pitches thrown though, through 5. He's got to think he's reaching the breaking point here. His first pitch of the inning is down low and taken. The dugout of Quakertown is enhancing the energy a little bit.
Cooper tripled off him last time.
He did.
It's a
So
road,
it's
too.
nice to see him again. Taken for a strike, 1-1.
Tripled, went all the way to the wall.
Cooper stands in now, 1-1. This is ripped. It looks like it's staying fair. It is single fair. Madison hits first, is heading for second. He's going to move in safely. It's a double to lead off the inning. And that'll bring up Pellegrini.
Needed that one. It's interesting to see what they'll do with Wolf now, giving up a leadoff double. He's at 90 pitches.
We can absolutely
And
no
they have
view.
someone warming up. No,
Yeah.
we literally couldn't see what happened.
We have no view of what happened.
I assume
on the
he
first
hit a
base
line
side.
drive down the line.
Looked like we got a late signal, but umpire ruled it fair. Everyone kind of stopped for a second. It was a bit of a weird looking play.
Yeah.
Especially from the angle we're at. So Pellegrini digs in now. Madison on second after a double to lead us off. First pitch is taken for a strike. Vinny 3 for 14 in the playoffs. 3 singles. Just got to get on base here, though, if you're the big man.
Yeah. Here's a chance to get back what he gave up. Even though it really wasn't his fault.
It was not, but nonetheless, I get the point. That one's taken low, 1-1. A big spot for the cleanup hitter. He's thrown 5 innings, allowed 3 runs. Madison on second, he delivers. Wolf in the dirt again, 2-1.
Wolf now up to 95 pitches. I think this might be his last hitter. But with the
He's threw
berth to the
102,
state finals on the line, or
Right.
state playoffs.
102 pitches against Truman in the first playoff game. That's probably the limit. That one's low. Vinny takes this
Great
one for
take.
ball 3. It's 3-1. Nobody out. Madison on second. Dugout starting to sense some trouble here for Wolf, who's down 3-1 to the cleanup hitter Vinny. Taken for a ball. Pellegrini walks and in steps the 5-hitter Matt Marston. With 2 runners on, the tying run at first is Pellegrini.
I think they're going to give him this inning. I really do.
Looks like he's staying in, yeah. Courtesy runner in for Vinny. Looks like that's Schwalm.
Daniel Schwalm, yeah. That's huge, though. Tying runs on, nobody out. You think he's bunned here? I think they'd have him bunned.
Kind of struggled here in the playoffs. 1 for 12 overall.
It looks like the third baseman might be smelling bunt. He's kind of in on the grass.
Abington kind of ready for it. Swing and a miss at the first offering, 0-1. You'd have to think they're considering bunting, especially.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I would.
0-1. Runners are going. Throw to third. Dardaris gets him.
Oh, he's safe. Oh, my
safe.
gosh. Wow.
Did he?
Wow.
Was it the slide, I guess?
I don't know. Wow.
The throw beat him by a mile.
20 feet.
Oh, my
What?
goodness. Cooper Madison just somehow slid in safely to
Kind of a
third
swim move.
on a throw that beat him by probably 10 feet.
That's huge right there. Wow.
Thankfully, there's no replay review system. Schwalm moved in the second safely. I didn't even bother looking at the umpire's call. I just
No, yeah, I
because
just he
the
was
throw
out.
beat
And then
him
I
by
saw
20
him
feet.
cheering. I was like, what's going on?
Unbelievable. That's taken low for a ball. The runners are on second and third after a miraculous slide from Madison. I still can't believe it.
Maybe Pallone tried to tell him where to slide. I don't know.
I have no idea.
Because he's right there. He
The
can see
magical
everything.
powers are on as Marston swings and misses strike 2. 2-1. Runners on second and third. It's Schwalm and Madison. Marston
Any
at the
contact will
plate.
score a run. Let's pop
Any
it in the
contact will score a run. A base hit will tie the game in all likelihood. This is grounded up the middle. It's a base hit. Madison
He scored.
scores.
Game's tied.
Here comes Schwalm. The throw is over the head of Dardaris, and the game is tied. A rally in the 6th inning from the Panthers, and the game is tied at 3.
And you got to credit that to Cooper Natson. Let it off with a double and then slid it.
We'll have to talk to Cooper after the game.
That was crazy.
Because his slide in the third has just resulted in a 3-3 ball game and a simply miraculous sixth inning. And still nobody's out.
And Wolf's coming out.
Wolf is coming out. Marston's at second.
The dugout is very fired up.
The dugout can feel the momentum shifting, and Caleb Everett comes up to the plate with nobody out and a runner on second. Wolf will head to the dugout after just allowing the tying run to score on an RBI single by Matt Marston. We were suggesting him to bunt.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't have been a bad decision.
I wasn't, but it's just hilarious. We have 2 number 3s on the roster.
What do you mean? Matt and...
It looks like this is Judge.
I don't know how many. Which 3 is this one?
Okay, we've been told it's Calvin Judge.
Oh, they have 2 number 3s
They have
as well?
2 number 3s.
2 18s, 2 3s. What's
Actually,
going on,
Davis
man?
Alef, he's controlling the game changer. He's experiencing this with us. It's a good time to send our thanks to the great administration of Abington for providing us with this solid setup here right behind home plate.
Yeah, they were awesome. They let us stream. They gave us this nice setup. They gave us a great view. The better than the one we had at North Penn.
Both schools were very, very helping up. And unbelievably, this game is tied at 3.
Yeah, I thought they were going to give it a battle, but I didn't think they were going to do it with Wolf in the game.
So Everett will stand in here. Runner on second. Looks like we got a courtesy runner. Can't see the number.
I can't tell who that is, but
Looks like is that Peasy?
no,
Joey?
Joey's 8, I think. Or
No,
maybe that is
that's
8.
not. Is that a 16? I can't tell.
Yeah, it's 16.
Everett steps in.
He singled in his
Courtesy
last
run.
start,
Yeah,
right?
it's Jared.
He
Jared
singled
Houston.
today.
Here comes Everett. The first pitch from Judge is fouled off. A big spot here. Calvin Judge is the pitcher for Abington.
Looks like the third baseman is expecting a bunt. He's in on the grass.
Jared Houston on second. Everett down 0-1.
There it
Shows
is.
how it gets by. Houston goes to third with nobody out. Everett now ahead. Tied even in the count, 1-1. But nobody is out. Houston is on third.
Yeah, now the infield's in. They're gonna try to do whatever they can to not get this run in.
Runner on third, nobody out. Everett takes the pitch low. The leading run for Quakertown is on third. Everett stands in ahead 2-1. Facing Calvin Judge. Swinging a ground ball to the third baseman who bobbles it, throws coming home, and he's safe at home! Jared Houston scores. Quakertown leads 4-3 on a 3-run 6th inning, and still nobody's out. A 6th inning rally to remember. Quakertown has a 1-run lead, and in steps Tanner Clancy. Everett moves to first safely. Can you believe it?
They actually call them the Cardiac Panthers.
Down 3-1 after a 2-run 5th inning from Abington. Quakertown rallies with 3 runs in the 6th.
I tell you what, the game's not over, but Wolf has got to be sick.
Oh, yeah, I would imagine. Oh, this is hit hard right at the third baseman. A great play from Warwick,
Hey,
who
good job,
records the
though.
first out of the inning. Clancy advances Everett to second, though.
Got him over.
That was nice contact. So in steps the 8-hitter Ron.
Yeah, it was hit hard enough to where that probably could have been a double play, but the third baseman bobbled it because it was hit so hard.
Hit so hard, he couldn't make that play cleanly. Still a good play from Warwick. So in steps Ron. Taken outside and away.
He's been a little wild, though, so.
Just to reset the scene, 4-3 is the score. Quakertown leads after a miraculous sixth-inning rally. Still ongoing here. As Ron, this is good contact, but the center fielder making the play on it, and he jumps and makes the grab. A nice play by Kishpaul, which looked like it could have been trouble.
Yeah, that was it was hit right at him, but he came in, and they had to go out.
Back.
This is a terrible route. It's a good catch, good way to recover, but
yeah, the read wasn't great.
Far from
steps Braden Schuler now. Struck out in his first 2 appearances. Runner on second still is Everett. Quakertown leads by 1, 4-3 in the top of the 6th inning. Winner of this game will go to states and the 6th district playoff game. Schuler takes the first pitch high, 1-0.
Yeah, that's tough. That pitch might have been a strike on someone else, but Braden's a little short, so I love it, but he's a little short.
This one's popped up on the infield. Judge getting under it. He calls for it and makes the grab. And Abington gets out of the inning.
But we did what we had to do.
After allowing Quakertown to go ahead in this one, 4-3 is the score. We'll see if they leave Vinny in, and Pellegrini is.
Definitely, yeah. Let's have a little shutdown inning.
Is Vinny headed towards first?
Oh.
Might just be warming up for the time being. We'll see. We'll come back at the end of this.
Oh, Matt's coming in to pitch.
Oh, it is Matt Marston coming in. All right. So Vinny takes over at first. Marston comes in. Marston comes in to try to make the save. 6 outs remaining for Quakertown before they punch their tickets to the state playoffs for the first time. We'll be back after this half-inning break. Quakertown leading 4-3. So we are ready for the bottom of the 6th inning. Matt Marston in the pitch. Carter Cockle in at second as Caleb Everett moves to third to replace Matt. Vinny moves over to first, so a little bit of a different infield. He will face L.J. Wolf, the pitcher who just came out of the game, who will start this inning off right to Cockle. The ground ball, and the throw, though, is wide, so an infield single. It was a nice play by Cockle.
Yeah, that was
saved that from getting into the outfield. I was getting ready to say it was a clean base hit, but Carter made a pretty solid play. Couldn't make the throw, though.
Yeah, he was moving down the line. I don't think he would have had him.
So L.J. Wolf aboard with the leadoff single. Marston, though, he pitched 6 innings against Abington. He didn't start the game on April 17th, but he pitched 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs. 1 of them were earned. 2 walks and 8 strikeouts against the Ghost on the 17th of April. Trying to record the 6-out save and send the Panthers to the playoffs. Wolf starts the inning, though, with a leadoff single.
Yeah, he was in the same position Vinny was in the last inning. Chance to get back what he gave up, for the most part. It wasn't all him, but... And I believe both singled, right? Or maybe...
Well, or Vinny walked.
Then he walked, right? Same thing.
Yeah. Same result, pretty much.
Yeah.
So, Gene Hernandez,
More bullpen action, though, for the Ghosts.
one of the 218s. Hernandez tries to lay down the bunt. Our camera is thankfully not thankfully not hit.
But we'll take it. It's a strike.
Camera moved over, so first base is no longer due.
Probably not bunting again.
Yeah, we'll see. He's down 0-2 now on the count. Runner on first is Wolf. Marston ready. Here comes the 0-2 to Hernandez. This one's chopped right at Everett and foul. Count stays 0-2. We'll try to move the camera whenever we get a second, but
Yeah, it might end up being after this inning.
Matt ahead in the count, 0-2. Started against Pennsbury and willed Quakertown to victory, only allowing 2 runs. This is a hard-hit ground ball at the shortstop, Qualteri. He turns to second, and it gets by Cockle on the throw. Everybody's safe. So first and second, nobody out now for the Ghost in the bottom of the 6th inning, trailing by a run. And then it'll bring up number 15, Chase Goodson, the shortstop. So we got a mound visit. It's a good time to adjust the camera, so we're going to mute our mics. We'll be right back. Runners on first and second. Goodson at the plate. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th. Abington trails by 1. Marston on the mound, and time is taken. Abington's dugout starting to enhance the noise a little bit, for good reason. Voltaria threw to second to Carter Cockle, who could not make the catch, and resulted in everybody being safe on the base paths. And that's how this trouble started. First and second, bunt shown and pulled back. Vaughn dropped it, but doesn't get by him, so the runners will stay. Big spot from Marston, trying to will Quakertown to the state playoffs. He comes set. Here's the pitch. Showing bunt and a beautiful one by Moss. The third baseman, Everett, makes the throw to first. It's caught by Carter Cockle, who moved over to first, virtue of the infield being in. But he did his job. He gets the runners over to second and third.
Now the infield's going to be all the way in.
All the way in. Go ahead run.
Yeah, it's going to be in.
Go ahead run is on
I was
second.
thinking, they could concede one.
I don't know.
Because with the infield in, you run a lot of risk.
You do, but I mean, any base hit that's hit hard will likely score both runs.
Yeah.
So I think you just bring it in and hope for the best. We'll
Yeah.
see. Runners on second and third, and 1 out. This is chopped towards the third baseman, Everett. He charges it and comes home. The throw is late. Scoring is Wolf. The game is tied at 4. Nice effort by Everett. He charged that one with the throw, just not in time. Ron could not apply the tag. Runners on the corners now with 1 out. Game is tied at 4. Man, that's just a tough situation, though. So Marston now facing the leading run at third. Hernandez 90 feet away from taking the lead for the Ghosts. Warwick shows bunt, pulls it back. That's in for a strike. These two teams, no strangers to close games. Last regular season game between these two teams was a walk-off for Abington. Marston ready. Here's the 0-1. Ron dropped his glove, but it's in for a strike as he went. Count now. 0-2. It is 0-2, correct?
Yeah, I feel like the infield should be all the way in here,
game
right?
changer's a little wrong, so I was making sure.
Because
you would think,
yeah,
with runners on the corners trying to maybe force a double play.
I guess they're really trying to turn two, but
I don't know. Tough situation to be in. Marston delivers, though.
Oh, I think he went.
Just checked the swing, and now moving to second is Kishball. And the first base umpire says he did not go.
I thought he went.
So
I thought he went, but I'm also biased.
So Warwick stays alive. 1-2 now is the count. Infield moving in, as the possibility of turning two no longer in order. 1 out, runners on second and third. Marston delivers. That's pop foul. Oh, I gotta make that play. That went right at me. That has some spin on it.
Yeah, it did. It kind of off the gunner's mask.
At least it didn't hit the audio mixer.
No, that would have been bad.
So we'll do it again. Warwick digs in.
Matt versus Matt. Apparently.
Matt versus Matt. Runners on second and third. The go-ahead run at third. Scores tied at 4, bottom of the 6th. Marston delivers. Fouled back again. We got a battle on our hands.
The infield is back to being in.
It is.
So they were trying to turn two there.
Right, and then after he advanced a second, no point. So they move all the way in with 1 out, trying to prevent the leading run from scoring. Marston delivers that one, gets down the line, it's fair. Abington will take the lead. It's 6-4 as Warwick comes through with a double. The Ghosts have scored 3 runs in the 6th inning and have taken the lead. Back and forth we go. As the dugout on their feet celebrating after a double from Matt Warwick, the leadoff hitter. They've stormed all the way back and now have the lead 6-4 as we have a mound visit.
Yeah, that was just barely fair. I thought it went foul.
Hit it the perfect spot.
Yeah.
Looks like they're asking the third base umpire something at the mound, indicating it was fair.
I wouldn't see the replay of that. I thought it was foul.
I had a tough view on it as the umpire's kind of blocking it.
Yeah. The guy on third and the third baseman were kind of blocking it, but.
So it's 6-4 Abington in the bottom of the 6th inning. Still 1 out. Warwick is on second after a critical double that scored 2 for the Ghosts to take the lead. It brings up Judge, who's 1 for 3 on the night. Marston steps back in, having only thrown 14 pitches, but Abington has taken the lead with a 3-run 6th inning. First pitch of the at-bat is low and off the backstop. Advancing to third is Warwick. Ron picks it up. And the momentum is really starting to shift in Abington's favor. Abington holds a 2-run lead. Only 3 outs away in the top of the 7th from punching their ticket to the state playoffs as this bunt attempt is pulled back by Judge. 2-0 the count. Here's the 2-0 for Marston. That's in for a strike, 2-1. Looking to expand the lead to 3 runs with a bunt attempt is Judge, who pulls it back and takes ball number 3. A walk here, not the worst though, as first base is open with 1 out.
It's not the worst, but yeah, you might as well just walk him here. Sorry, 3-1.
Yeah. See what Marston delivers here, 3-1. That's outside. That is the 4th ball of the at-bat. This is a walk. Judge was a little confused, but takes his base now. So runners on the corners again with 1 out. As we're going to have a mound visit and possibly a pitching change here. We'll be back after this pitching change. Marston coming out. We'll see who comes in relief for him, as Abington holds a 6-4 lead here in the bottom of the 6th with 1 out and runners on the corners. So Dardera steps in, the catcher for Abington, who had the initial go-ahead hit that put Abington on top. Cooper Madison, the pitcher now for the Panthers. His first pitch is a strike. Ron throws back to third, and Warwick slides back safely. However, Judge takes second. So the double play ball once again not in order.
Nope.
Second and third, 1 out. Darderis, who was 1 for 2 on the night, but that one was rather critical. A go-ahead hit. As Madison's second pitch is taken for a ball, 1-1.
That was close.
Top of the order will be up for the Panthers in the 7th inning, but got to limit the damage here. The lead for Abington is 2. They came into this inning, Quakertown did, with the lead. As Dardaris rips one over the head of Qualteria into center field. 1 run will score. Judge will stop there. Coming into second, and an out is Dardaris. So Quakertown gives up a run and records an out. 7-4, Ghost on top. Runner on third is Judge. Logan Moss digs in now, the lefty, facing the fellow left-hander Cooper Madison. First pitch taken for a ball. Here's the 1-0 Madison. This is hit on the line in the left field. That's going to get past Clancy and hit the wall. Fair ball will score 1. 8-4, Abington leads. It's a double for Moss. And Abington is just going to town here in the 6th. After Quakertown took the lead back, Abington has come from behind and ripped the lead right back in their favor. So Kaplan, the right fielder, will step in now for the Ghost, looking to carry on the momentum. Things have just kind of unraveled here.
Yep.
4-3 entering the bottom of the 6th, a 5-run inning by the Ghosts, actually, not 4. Has given them a 4-run lead. Madison on the mound, 2 outs, runner on second. He delivers. That's in for a strike. 1-1 the count to Kaplan. Kind of feel the energy just is left after this bottom of the 6th. Quakertown's perspective. Abington, on the other hand, dug out complete opposite spectrum for good reason. Count 2-1. Abington looking to make their first state playoff appearance, and they would do so with a win here. Quakertown was smelling victory as they held a 1-run lead coming into this, but things have just unraveled in the 6th. Madison delivers high, 3-1. As Ron's going to meet with Cooper on the mound. In a tough situation, though, for Matt coming into this inning.
Is
Got a feel for him. And then Cooper coming
defense
in.
didn't do him much favors.
Yeah.
Not making an excuse. I mean, he obviously didn't have it today, but
yeah, and that's just unfortunately the way it is, and sometimes the way it is in the playoffs, especially in a sport like baseball, and a 1-game elimination where, unfortunately, that's just the way that things go. Madison down 3-1. He delivers a strike, 3-2. Avon Grove and Coatesville await the winner of this one, whoever wins that matchup between those 2 teams. As Madison deals in the payoff pitch, this is rip foul down the right field line into the trees. 3-2, 2 outs. Abington leads by 4 after a 5-run 6th inning. Following Quakertown's 3-run top of the 6th that put them on top for the time being. Madison's 3-2. This is swung and hit right out to center. Schwalm makes the play. And Quakertown finally out of the bottom of the 6th. They will have 3 outs to stage a 4-run comeback, trailing 8-4. It'll be the top of the order due up. Danny Qualteria will lead us off when we come back after the break. So Chase Wolf, the new pitcher for Abington, number 2. I would have to assume he's the brother of L.J. Wolf, who started this game.
Well, one's a lefty, one's a righty, so.
Interesting. Wonder how that works out.
Yeah, no idea.
Top of the order due up. Danny will lead us off.
To be frank with you, hopefully he's not as good.
Yeah, no secret. L.J. Wolf pitched pretty well. He actually gave up the lead, so I don't believe he will be in line for the win. Abington 3 outs away from their first state playoff appearance, and Chase Wolf looking to seal the deal for them. Valteria takes the first pitch for a ball. Here's the 1-0 from Wolf. Danny fouls this one off. 1-1. Fourth time through the order for the Panthers. Final line for L.J. Wolf, who led us off. 5 innings pitched, 6 hits, 4 runs, 4 of them earned. As Quakertown lines one in the center, and it's caught. A beautiful play by Kishball, who slides in, moving in on it.
Just the way the last couple innings have been going, man.
It's the way it's went.
We hit one hard, it gets caught. They hit one softly and drops. It's baseball.
It is. It's unfortunate. So Reich stands in now. Looks like their umpires are signaling someone in the outfield to move.
And these kids speed it up after use the bathroom.
Possible.
Like, what are they doing, man? It's just.
So after that brief stoppage, 1 out in the inning. After the leadoff hitter, Quakertown, was retired on a hard line out the center.
This guy's sleeves are really short.
They are. Wolf is 2 outs away from punching Abington's ticket to the state playoffs as Reich swings and misses at strike 2. The dugout of the Ghost starting to feel it, as they're on the verge of making history. Wolf delivers outside, 1-2. Reich 1 for 3 on the night. Wolf's ready. Here's the 1-2. Oh. Reich checks his swing, but it was in for a strike nonetheless. And Abington is 1 out away from sending Quakertown home and moving on to the state playoffs. Madison, the last hope and last out for the Panthers. 2 for 3 on the night. Just made his appearance on the mound in that last half inning. Final line for Pellegrini, the starter for the Panthers. 5 innings pitched, 7 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. First pitch in for a strike. Wolf's 0-1. That one's low, 1-1. Abington dugout ready to erupt. Wolf delivers outside. Two and 1 the count to Cooper. The last gasp for the Panthers. He swings and hits one right at the shortstop, Goodson, who flips it on the first, and Abington will head to the state playoffs for their first time in school history. Quakertown, a valiant effort and a great season, comes to a close here.
Definitely a great season.
Snuck into the playoffs as the 23 seed and won 2 playoff games in the district playoffs for the first time since 2007. A great run that comes to an end here at the hands of the Abington Ghosts to win this one 8-4. A great outing from L.J. Wolf. Vinny Pellegrini, the starter for Quakertown, also pitched well. Quakertown fell down 3-1, stormed back, took the lead 4-3, and then unfortunately in the bottom of the 6th all kind of unraveled there.
Yeah.
As Abington, a 5-run bottom of the 6th, will give them the win and the victory here. Any final thoughts before we close out, Blake?
You know, just one bad inning really,
It really was.
and one bad inning doesn't like overshadow a great season.
For sure.
They did have a great season.
Great season overall. You don't want to let that
No.
just that one bad inning overshadow it. Perfectly summed up. I want to thank great people here at Abington and North Penn for allowing us to stream this game. I've been Rock Pellegrino. That's been Blake Kohler signing off. Thank you for tuning in tonight.